Peoples, my people. You know we gotta talk about Floyd Mayweather and the whole situation. You know, everybody's talking about it. People are asking me about it. I did my little research and I got some answers for you. I got some facts for you. I got some real information that I'm gonna share with y'all. Because, I don't go with the rumors and run with them. People making stuff up out of thin air. People making assumptions. Nah, nah, nah. When it comes to Floyd Mayweather, is he going bankrupt? Is he going broke? What's going on? I did my own research. And I got answers for you. So we're going to talk about it, my peoples. Real talk. Um, Floyd Mayweather is a superstar who people been wanting to see him fail for years and years and years. They wanted to see him lose in the ring. He didn't do it. He didn't lose. So it's like a lot of the folks who hated Floyd Mayweather and wanted to see him lose and never got that opportunity, it's almost like they want to see him lose in real life. You know, while you didn't lose in the ring, we want you to go broke. We want things to not work out for you. And there's that hate towards Floyd Mayweather, which I think is crazy. Like, that's it. He's not boxing anymore. He's not going to beat your favorite fighters. He's not. That's it. He's a retired boxer enjoying his money and doing all type of business ventures and doing whatever he want to do. But why are people so upset by Floyd Mayweather? Why do people want to see him lose so bad? I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. I think we've already got to the point where Floyd Mayweather is universally acknowledged as one of the greatest to ever do it. Everybody doesn't have him at number one. You don't have to have him at number one. But at least we understand that Floyd Mayweather is an all-time great. John Parham, jealousy. That's the only thing that really fits in. Because what else would it be? JJ's in the house. Hello, Jay Smith. I'm here. What's the deal, my brother? Appreciate you dropping in. We talking about Floyd Mayweather, the whole rumors about him supposedly going bankrupt and he's going broke and all that stuff. We gonna talk. We gonna talk the facts. Cheyenne, you look like pickle. You go to a stranger's YouTube to say that. That's the best you got. You see how corny people just roll up in here? Damn, that brother corny. I was about to cook him, John Parrow. Give me a second. Let me cook him first. Goofy. Cheyenne, you goofball. What a loser. But my peoples, look, Floyd Mayweather, for whatever reason, people want to see him fail. And I'm just gonna tell you this whole thing about him going bankrupt and him being broke. Let me just break it down to you, my peoples. I'll break it down to you, tell you exactly what's going on. So when Floyd Mayweather was in Dubai, he was there for quite some time. It was actually Amir Khan who spoke out and said that, listen to this, I want y'all to think about this. Amir Khan said that somebody he knows within the government told him that Floyd Mayweather had been arrested in Dubai. And they told him that he was released into house arrest. So he was in house arrest in Dubai and he couldn't leave. But then right after that, Amir Khan expressed that it was karma because Floyd Mayweather supports Israel. So it looks like Amir Khan just have a personal situation with Floyd Mayweather over politics. He don't like Floyd Mayweather. And he just talking because think about it. Amir Khan's thing is, trust me, bro. It went like that. Like, He don't even have insider knowledge himself. He's saying that somebody told him. Somebody in the government, not the people that supposedly locked him up. Or no. Somebody in the government supposedly told him that Floyd got arrested, that he was in house arrest because he owed money over there. Okay. No evidence whatsoever of anything to suggest, no official documents have been released to suggest that Floyd Mayweather was in fact arrested in Dubai. No official documents have been released to suggest that he was in house arrest in Dubai. There have been no documentation whatsoever. So now, after Amir Khan, what's next? Tank Davis. Tank Davis tweeted that Floyd was stuck in Dubai, that he couldn't leave. I don't remember if he said that he owed money to. But the point is that there is absolutely no legitimate information, no government source, no document to suggest that that was true. But if you really want to believe it, fuck it. You don't need to do no research. Just believe it and start spreading it all over social media like it's true. But at the end of the day, what Amir Khan said, what Tank Davis said, cannot be confirmed. Do your own research. You don't have to take my word for it. It cannot be confirmed as it actually being true. Anybody could just make some shit up out of thin air and spread it in the internet. And there's people who want to believe it badly. So they'll start spreading it too without even knowing what the fuck they talking about. So you have that, right? You have the situation with Amir Khan. You have the situation with Tank Davis. Both people who don't like Floyd for their own reasons. So is that the most reliable source? Think about somebody who doesn't like you spreading information about you. How believable are they going to be when they already don't like you? When they want to spread a negative narrative about you. So, and then what fueled the rumors about Floyd Mayweather supposedly going bankrupt is, what happened recently with the apartments in New York. So Floyd Mayweather posted a video saying that he bought a bunch of apartments in New York City, millions and millions of dollars of an investment. And supposedly the housing authority, I don't know what they call themselves in New York, says something along the lines like they don't have any documentation to show that those properties were sold to Floyd Mayweather, or any documentation to show that he actually made a purchase of those properties, which 50 Cent started trolling immediately. 50 Cent went in right away. But we know 50 Cent don't like Floyd Mayweather. Bohon, Australia. We need Jake Paul and Logan Paul boxing. All the others make it boring. Jake Paul and Logan Paul, they not real boxers, brother. We don't need them. We need them to never box again. John Parham, hit the like button. Superman. You already, fam. Damn, this light killing me right here. Underrated Will. Don't come to Box Center and not talking boxing. You'll be kicked out. Fair warning. That's facts, my brother. We over here talking boxing. Don't come over here with other sports and with people who ain't even known as boxers like that. West. Not only was Floyd being held hostage in Dubai, but Conor McGregor also knocked him out with a head kick too. Trust me, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's the sources out there. Trust me, bro. This is what really happened. Like, come on, babe. Come on, babe. Chucho. I can tell you the TMT jet is at the van, California. So, this is what I don't understand, my peoples. I want y'all to consider this. Even if that whole situation with the apartments in New York City, they're saying that he didn't buy them, that's a lie, that was cap. Does that really prove that Floyd Mayweather is bankrupt or going bankrupt or near going broke? Do you think a guy who's broke is flying around in his private jet with his name on it? You know how much money it takes to fly a private jet? That's thousands of dollars. And if it's your own private jet, even more. Because now you're paying for the fuel, you're paying for the pilots, you're paying for a lot of shit. John Parham, he will never be broke. So, yeah, my brother, but there's a lot of people that would love to see him broke, that are dying to see him broke. People who've been saying Floyd was going to go broke since he retired. So, anytime there's a little rumor swirling around about Floyd and his money, there's people that jump on quick. Oh, look, he broke. Man, I had people hitting me up telling me, Jay, I told you, look, Floyd Mayweather going broke. Like, bro, did you at least do any little research to see if that's true? Chucho, at Lakers games. Front row, right there on the floor. Thousands of dollars for a couple tickets. Come on, man. Floyd Mayweather living his best life. People who just want to see him go broke so badly, y'all gonna have a hard time with life. Seeing this man enjoy his money all the time. Now, I do acknowledge, and I spoke with a few people about that. Floyd Mayweather has crazy spending habits. That I understand. But as long as he's doing those exhibitions and making a shitload of money by the millions, he could have them crazy spending habits. I was telling one of my brothers over here in the comment section of a video. I said, yo, look, I agree. I think Floyd Mayweather, once he stops doing exhibitions and he's not getting the millions like that, then he might have to adjust his lifestyle. The having a huge entourage, taking them everywhere, and all this expenditure, that might have to change. But still, he's going to have millions of dollars. Going to have a lot of money. Aris, he will have always money, sponsors, talk shows. Man can't be broke. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Floyd Mayweather. Now, like I said, he will probably have to change his spending habits at some point, because you got to understand, when he fights in an exhibition, that's millions of dollars that come in like that on the spot. So all the other things don't make money. Floyd will never make the type of money with other businesses that he makes in boxing. Because in boxing, he could step in the ring and for a few rounds, $20 million, $30 million. He could step in the ring professionally, make over $100 million. He's not going to make that type of money with a sponsor, in a night, for example. But he still, makes a lot of money with those exhibitions. Now, like I said, once he retires from, I'll never put gloves on again, then at that point, I do believe that he got to maybe make some adjustments in his lifestyle, not be buying $20 million watches and stuff like that, which he already has a collection of. John Parham, if you can call two pilots 24/7 and tell them to fly to Cali and pick up someone and bring them to Miami, you definitely not broke. You see what I'm saying? Well, you could call a pilot, like, yo, pick my boy up, go over here, do this, do. Come on, man. That's another level of wealth that it takes to do that. Wes, Money Mayweather will be back on top with 10 mils around exhibition. I'm trying to tell you. Floyd Mayweather can have a type of cash flow that not a lot of people in this world can. All you gotta do. Look, there's been rumors that George Kambosos was offered a fight with Floyd Mayweather, and I don't know if that's true or not, but I could tell you right now, if Floyd Mayweather fight George Kambosos in Australia in a big stadium, number one, it's gonna sell out, and number two, Floyd is gonna make a lot of money. So there he's gonna go buying another expensive watch, another couple of cars, another couple of. So he's making a lot of money. He's spending a lot, but he's making a lot. That's the point. Aris, is he really need money? He can fight Jake Paul. They'll make a lot of money if they fight. That's the funny thing. M. Abu Kaba, are you single? Come on, we talking boxing. This is not a dating YouTube channel. It's a boxing channel. Let's talk boxing. Wes, that would be huge. I mean, he already beat up the brother. He already beat up Logan Paul. He might as well beat up Jake Paul too. Supposedly, Jake Paul, and he said it out of his own mouth, he was close to finalizing a deal to fight Tank Davis. That's a big money fight too, by the way. Wes, no, the Cambosa's fight. I mean, that might actually happen. That might actually happen. Cambosa said he was offered the fight. And we already saw his last fight, he won. Now, I promise you, if Floyd Mayweather closes the deal to fight Cambosa's and goes through with it, the he's going broke rumors are going to start up again. Oh, he's going broke. He needs to fight. He needs to fight. Here's the funny thing about that. If you look at Jeff Bezos, who's been the richest man on the planet, and if you look at other billionaires, they still working today. They still work. So why is it that we have this notion that somebody who has a lot of money, if they work, they going broke? Oh, now he going broke. What are we talking about here? If you look at billionaires around the world, a lot of them work. Might be in their own company, but they work. Come on now. Wes, Floyd would still piece him up. Yeah, I believe so. I believe Floyd Mayweather has the type of style and is in the type of condition, even at 48 years old, I think Floyd is right now. I think he will beat Cambosa's. You know, in fact, Cambosa's style is tailor-made for Floyd Mayweather. You know, a flat-footed fighter that's going to come forward, try to put pressure. Floyd Mayweather will outbox him. Period, point blank. You're not going to see Floyd Mayweather fighting, a slick fighter. A guy who uses that footwork, who uses that ring IQ, who uses, like, for example, you will not see Floyd Mayweather try to come back and fight Devin Haney or fight Shakur Stevenson or even Tank Davis. He's not going to fight one of those guys. He's too old for that. But a flat-footed fighter like Cambosa's, Floyd going to put all type of hands on him if they fight. If they fight. But like I said, my peoples, I digress for a second there. Floyd Mayweather is not broke, is not bankrupt. There is absolutely no information out there to suggest that he is. You don't have to take my word for it, my people. Google it. When you Google Floyd Mayweather bankrupt, what you're going to find is a lot of people sharing their opinion of what they think. A lot of people assuming, oh, well, he got a fight, so he's broke, and he's doing this, and he was in Dubai, so he's broke. It's like, bro, none of that information that you're spreading is confirmed as being actual facts. It's almost like a Mexican telenovela where people just make stuff up out of thin air and just run with it. John Parham, too many assets. My brother, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, Floyd Mayweather could literally spend all his cash, be at zero, like not a dime in the bank, and he can sell half of his watch collection, and he's a millionaire again. And spend all of that money and sell half of his car collection, and he's a millionaire again. And spend all of that money and sell half of his homes, and he's a millionaire again. With the type of assets that Floyd Mayweather has, how could anybody think that dude is broke or bankrupt? Being that's crazy. Aris, there are some good talent coming. Do you think new generation will be better than this one? I mean, it's hard to say. It's hard to compare one generation to the next. I think one of the biggest comparisons that you can make is how many of the best fighters fought each other. And that's the only problem with this generation, especially at the 135 division. We saw we had Tank Davis, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson, Lomachenko, and two of those guys chose to fight Lomachenko. But Teofimo hasn't faced any of them because he hasn't been able to. Shakur Stevenson hasn't been able to face any of them. Tank only faced Ryan Garcia. So it's a lot of fights that we've been left in the air. We don't even know if those fights will happen. So when the next generation comes along, we have to see how it plays out. Are we gonna see Abdullah Mason versus, I don't know, Kermel Moulton? Are we gonna see all of the young fighters fighting each other, or is it gonna be more of this situation where people protecting that? Oh, we'll find out. John Parham, his net worth was at 430 million in 2024. See what I'm saying, man? This dude got money that he don't know what to do with it. We talking about generational wealth. But if you want to believe that he's down, if you want to believe that he's broke, all you need is one little rumor to say that, and people running with it, spreading it, sharing on social media, commenting it. Wes, that's what's wrong with boxing these days. The top guys don't want to fight each other. I mean, that's unfortunate. And sometimes the top guys want to fight each other, but they don't fight, because of politics. They're under different promoters. They're dealing with different situations. Jamira, you're going broke. I already am broke. Underrated Will. He got too many cars, jets, boats, and more. I believe it all. That's what I'm trying to say, my brother. Floyd Mayweather has so many assets that how do you go broke? You know how much time it'll take for him to go broke with all the stuff? I was just telling John Parham earlier, like, bro, Floyd Mayweather could sell half of his watch collection and he's a millionaire again. He could sell, he got so many assets that he got money that he don't know what to do with it, man. That's the reality. Well, it's true. I miss the old days of boxing. That's the one thing, my brother. That's why I love the 90s. You got to see in the 90s Evander Holyfield versus Mike Tyson. The heavyweight era was crazy because you saw Evander Holyfield versus Mike Tyson. Lennox Lewis versus Mike Tyson. Lennox Lewis versus Evander Holyfield. Evander Holyfield versus Riddick Bowe. It was insane. All the big dogs was fighting each other. Then in the welterweight division, you saw Oscar De La Hoya versus Tito Trinidad. Tito Trinidad versus Fernando Vargas. Moved up, Tito Trinidad versus Winky Wright versus David Reed, the Dream. We saw so many great fighters fight each other in their prime while they was both undefeated. It was serious. It was serious. Marco, it's not hard to go broke if you don't know how to manage. I mean, you're right about that, but you get to a certain level of money that, going broke is it's against the odds. Because you're spending a shitload of money and you're spending irresponsibly. I know that Floyd spends irresponsibly, but at any given moment, he could go do an exhibition fight and bring in $20-30 million just like that. So he's in a unique situation that he can make money by the bulk. JJ's in the house. Hello, Jay Smith. I'm on the plane right now going to Twin Falls, Idaho for Easter. Let's go, everyone. Hit the like button. JJ said there. I salute to you, my brother. Have a safe trip and enjoy Idaho. John Parham, Mark Fax, Axe Iverson. John Pound. Hell yeah. Safe travels. Yeah, man. There's athletes, and it's not just boxers, NBA players, baseball players, football players, basketball. From all type of sports. Guys who sold millions of dollars and then they went broke. But this is the advantage that Floyd has. Like if you think about it, once Iverson retired from the NBA, that's it. He can't make millions of dollars anymore. He can have a little endorsement here and there. And when you have an endorsement, you're getting a check, every month or every 15 days. That check will be $50,000, $30,000. But Floyd Mayweather has the advantage that he can step in the ring for exhibition and make as much money as most professional boxers make today. So other athletes from different sports, once they retire, they're done with making millions of dollars unless they have a bunch of investments. That's a different story. But I'm talking about the average athlete when they retire from their sport, they're done with making 30 million and 20 million and nah, that's it. Those days are over for them. But for Floyd Mayweather, if you look at all his exhibitions that he's done since he retired, each and every one of those represents a lot of money. So it's like he retired from boxing, but he's kept fighting. Yo, the year before last year, Floyd Mayweather had more exhibitions than most fighters have fights. He had like 4 or 5 exhibitions in 1 year. And most fighters are fighting 2, 3 times a year. So he's retired, but he's still making a shitload of money. Mark Cole, one of the smartest dudes I know, is Junior Bridgman from Milwaukee Bucks. West, it's crazy how much money he gets for those exhibitions. Floyd call it legalized bank robbery. A shitload of money. A shitload of money. It's like Floyd Mayweather never retired. Only he's not fighting active boxers. He's doing exhibitions. Underrated Will. Floyd made millions, and he's still making millions. JJ Zendejas. Every sport has people that go broke. And look, to be honest, right? In every sport, over 50% of the people who touch real money, who become millionaires, end up going broke. Over 50%. Yo, in the NBA, it's like 65%, 70% of them dudes go broke within 5 years from retiring. Within 5 years. So that's nothing new. People going broke, years after retiring. But that's the advantage I keep trying to tell people that Floyd has on everybody. He never really retired from boxing. He retired from professional boxing, but Floyd has never retired from boxing. If you look at, I'm going to put it to you like this. If you look from the day Floyd Mayweather announced his retirement from the sport of boxing, I bet you he's been in more than 10 exhibition fights. More than 10. So imagine that. I know that he's made $30 million for some of those exhibitions. But let's put it at 20. Let's say he done 10 exhibitions at $20 million. That's $200 million, bro, in exhibitions alone. The guys, as long as Floyd Mayweather is stepping in the ring, the money is going to be flying in. Even right now, at 48 years old, I think he is. If right now, 48 years old, Floyd Mayweather decides that he want to fight, I guarantee you he's going to make a shitload of money. That's the advantage that he has over other athletes. When you retire, whether it's basketball, football, whatever sport, hockey, once you retire, you're not going to touch 10 million in one shot, 20 million in one shot. You're not touching that ever again. So that's why people go broke. George Gaines. Yeah, But the fact that Floyd is still doing exhibitions and the fact that he made Kambosos an offer tells me something isn't right. George Gaines, he's been in 8 exhibitions. Okay, I was close. I said more than 10. But still 8 exhibitions. So imagine how much money he made off of those alone. Not talking about investments, not talking about his club that he got in Vegas, not talking about none of that, just the exhibitions. So that's my point. Floyd Mayweather supposedly retired. I guarantee you, in each and every one of those exhibitions, Floyd Mayweather made more money than 95% of active boxers. Very few boxers made more money in their fight than Floyd made per exhibition. So is he really retired? Like I said, Floyd is retired from professional boxing, but he's not retired from boxing. He's still boxing. Might even step in the ring with George Kambosos based on the rumors that's going around. But we don't know that yet. That has not been confirmed. But the point is, my peoples, Floyd Mayweather, as long as he's going to step in the ring, he's going to make money in bulks. That's why, I do say when Floyd stopped boxing, that he really will never step in a ring again. Like, let's say he goes in an exhibition and he happens to get beat up, then that's when you're going to be like, okay, I can't keep doing exhibitions because I'm not going to be going up to get beat up and shit and be made to look dumb. So, when Floyd Mayweather does retire for good, that he'll never lay someone again, that's when I believe he's got to change his spending habits. Like, okay, we're not going to be raking in $20-30 million in one shot. The money coming in a little bit slower. Let's slow down. Matter of fact, Floyd can say, let me sell half of these cars. He got a black car collection that they all black. Sell the black cars. We don't even use them shits. Sell this couple of mansions over there and over there. We're not going over there no more. So I think that's what'll end up happening. Eventually when Floyd not making money like that, he'll sell some of those assets and adjust a little bit his lifestyle. But he got money up until the day he goes to the upper room. So the people that are waiting for him to go broke, that are praying for him to go broke, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I do want to remind y'all and remind everybody. Billionaires, they still work. Look at Mark Cuban. Look at Jerry Jones, owner of the Cowboys. Look at the Steinbrenners, the owners of the Yankees. Look at billionaires. Look at Jeff Bezos. Look at Mark Zuckerberg. Billionaires work. I'm going to tell you like this, my peoples, and this is real talk. This is some real shit. Only us who have never experienced, extreme wealth, us who haven't seen what $10 million in the bank look like and 50 million and 100 million, it's people like us who feel like, yo, if I see all this money, I'll never work a day in my life. I'm going to just sit back. I'm going to just chill. But guess what? That's not going to bring you happiness. Sitting back and not having shit to do because you got money, that's just going to give you a very boring life without nothing to do. Wes, all right, y'all, have a good day. Appreciate it, my guy. Have a good one, brother. So, the notion that you're going to make a lot of money and stop working, that's it, that's false. Most people who got a lot of money, they work. They keep making money. They keep grinding. So, the fact that Floyd Mayweather is making moves to keep making money, that doesn't mean that he's broke, my peoples. I'm telling y'all, when I say Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Mark Cuban, loads of people that are billionaires and they still be out there making money. Noble Young, what's the deal, my brother? They out there making money. Nobody's saying, oh shit, Mark Cuban is still working. He's broke. He over there Shark Tank trying to get some checks. He broke. I haven't heard nobody say, yo, Mark Zuckerberg hasn't retired. He's still working all the time. He's broke. No. So why Floyd Mayweather got to be broke when he's trying to get that bag? Why? So I'm just, assessing it from an honest point of view. I review all the available information. There's absolutely not a shred of evidence to suggest that Floyd Mayweather is either going bankrupt or broke. Not a shred of evidence. But there is a mountain of evidence to say that Floyd Mayweather got all types of money. Wealthy. That's what Floyd Mayweather's at. Wealth. Generational wealth. There's a lot of evidence to suggest that. So I just say to the haters, just calm down, bro. Calm down, relax, forget about Floyd, because that's just going to keep hurting your feelings. Every time you see Floyd in a new jet, wearing a $20 million watch, in his car collection, it's just going to hurt your feelings. So everybody who's spreading the rumors, everybody who want to see Floyd Mayweather go broke, you only hurting your own heart. Every time you see Floyd, it's going to sting. You will feel that sting. Leave that man alone. Let him enjoy his money. That's it. He's not an active boxer anymore. It's like, why are we even hating on a guy who he's not going to step in the ring and beat up your heroes? That's it. He's done. Floyd Mayweather is done. He's retired. There's no need to hate. I understand when you're hating on a guy. Like, if you're hating on Crawford because he pummeled Errol Spence, I get it, You have been saying for months that Errol Spence was too big and that he was going to beat Crawford and that it was going to happen like that. He was going to walk him down. So I understand why you hate Crawford. He pummeled the shit out of Errol. Cool. That's your reason to hate him. But why would you be hating on Floyd when he's retired? And he's just doing his little exhibitions, making his little money. Come on now. Underrated Will. I'm just being honest, my brother. There's no reason to hate on a fighter who, one of the greatest of all time, one of the most accomplished of all time, are the one who's made the most money ever. That's not even up for debate. What is the point of hating on a dude like that? You could hate on a fighter all you want, but once somebody has retired, it's time to give them their flowers, B. Even in retirement, people gonna hate. That's crazy. Nasty work. Even in retirement, you're gonna hate throughout his retirement until he goes to the upper room. You're gonna be hating on him. God damn. That's it. There's no need to hate on an athlete once they retired. And that goes for any sport. There's no need for that. People who hate on Michael Jordan to uplift LeBron. Michael Jordan is not going to suit up and beat your team anymore. That's it. It's cool not to hate him anymore. Floyd Mayweather's not going to beat up your favorite fighter. It's cool not to hate him anymore. That's it. Junior, honestly, who you got, Lopez or Barboza? Well, I got Lopez winning that fight, but I did point out that Barboza has the best opportunity on May 2nd to pull off an upset. More than Rollies, I see Rollies getting knocked out, and more than Jose Ramirez. I have that question mark with Devin Haney. How is he going to be able to take a shot after taking that beating from Ryan Garcia? But I feel like Barboza, skills-wise, he's the one who has the most possibility of getting an upset versus Teofimo. Junior, that's a hard fight. I want your opinion. Also, I think Barboza has been really busy. Listen, Barboza, I feel like he's underrated. I feel like people don't don't give him the type of credit that he should get. And he's gotten some very good wins. He's looked very good. And something that I want to point out about Barboza, he's been trying to get that fight with Tio for like 2 years. Been trying to get him in the ring. And Teofimo did not want to fight him. So I remind ya that the only reason Teofimo and Barboza is going down is because Barboza became mandatory. So Teofimo had one choice, two choices: either vacate the title or defend versus Barboza. That's it. So he's only fighting Barboza because Barboza became his mandatory. If not, Barboza was not gonna get that fight. He's been trying to fight Tio, and he finally get in that fight. And he's real confident in himself. Barboza's not a guy who just feels like I'm lucky to be here. And if when he's fighting, he's like, I'm just trying to survive 12 rounds to say I went 12 rounds with the champ. No. Barboza going in there feeling like he could whoop Teofimo's ass. Straight up. We got to see how that plays out. But that's going to be a heck of a fight. And look, that's what I like about that card. All of those fights are going to be on fire. Because you got Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez. You got Ryan Garcia versus Rollins. You know a fight is going to break out early for that one. And Teofimo versus Barboza Jr. But for sure, it's going all the way right. I'm trying to tell you, my people, that fight is going to be a good. All three of those fights are going to be really good. You know, I'm happy to see three young stars fighting on the same card. They don't even like each other. I seen already them on stage where, bro, Teofimo, you fighting Barboza. Why you on stage arguing with Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney? And then you see Devin Haney talking shit to Ryan Garcia and to Teofimo. Like, they up there with their own opponents arguing with each other. John Parham facts. Imagine that shit. So when you got three young fighters who are very famous, two of them are very accomplished, all three of them fighting on the same night, that's something we're all going to enjoy. We're all going to enjoy that. John Parham, Tio don't like nobody. I think part of what Tio does is about business. It's about promoting. It's about promoting his brand, promoting the fights. I think part of it is that too. Junior, honestly, it's a 50-50. I'll stay away. I mean, I wouldn't put money on Teofimo versus Barboza. I just wouldn't. Look, to be honest, the only fight that I would put money on is Ryan Garcia versus Rolly. I feel confident Ryan gonna put the beats on him. But the other two, I got questions, man. With Devin, look, and everybody who's seen it knows that this is what I've said. If Devin Haney is gonna show up to box Jose Ramirez, if he's gonna use that footwork, if he's gonna be all over that ring, keeping that jab out there, then I see Devin winning that fight, even making it look easy possibly. But if he's going to trade leather, if he's going to go toe-to-toe with Jose Ramirez, then there could be problems. There could be problems. Underrated Will. What if Rolly upset Ryan? I got Ryan too, but what if, remember, any given day? I mean, any given day, you're right. It could happen. If Rolly upset Ryan, he's going to be in the race for getting that rematch with Tank Davis or for fighting one of the other big boys. Underrated Will. I mean, Junior. Yeah, I think Devin wins also. I got Devin winning. But Junior, this is my question mark. We saw the type of pummeling that Devin Haney took to Ryan Garcia. How is his body going to react? Because I've seen fighters get beat up and their punch resistance goes down. So how is he going to react when he get caught with a left hook? Jose Ramirez got popped. He got popped. How is Devin going to react when he gets hit? Is he going to be able to handle it? Is he going to go in a shell? And Jose Ramirez going to let loose on him? Underrated Will. Jose sleeps Devin. And that's the one thing that we got to keep in mind. Devin has a chip on his shoulder. I promise you, he don't just want to win, but he wants to win in beautiful fashion. He wants to, win spectacularly because his stock did go down. It tumbled after the fight with Ryan Garcia. I mean, look right now. Ryan Garcia is the main event, and Devin is the co-main. That tells you right there whose stock went up, whose stock went down. Junior, yes, but his career is on the line. I don't think he will lose. That's the one thing about Devin Haney. Devin Haney needs this win, needs to look good. But I remind you, Jose Ramirez is coming off of a loss. If I'm not mistaken, didn't he lose to Barboza his last fight? I think he lost to Barboza. If I'm not mistaken, Jose Ramirez lost his last fight to Arnold Barboza. So when you have a championship caliber type of fighter who's coming off of a loss, he need that win. Devin Haney need that win to restore faith, I guess, in him from those people who just watched him get beat up and they don't have that same image of Devin Haney. But Jose Ramirez need that win badly. Badly. When you have, like I said, a championship caliber fighter coming off of a loss, he needs that win. Bad. How does it play out? Because I tell you what, if Devin Haney was to lose this fight, his stocks would stumble like way down. Way down. And he knows this. Devin and Bill, they know that they need to beat Jose Ramirez. But Jose Ramirez needs this win badly. That's what makes this fight so interesting. They both need it just as bad for different reasons, but they need it. Jose Ramirez does not want to lose when he's coming off of a loss. See how it plays out. But Teofimo Lopez and Arnold Barboza, I do believe that's the fight that has the closest possibility of an upset. Because Arnold Barboza, he's been wanting Teofimo. He feels confident that he could be. Now, I'm going to tell you something. That doesn't mean shit. Don't get it twisted. It really doesn't mean shit that he wants him and that he's confident. That doesn't mean shit. But Arnold Barboza is a guy who can fight. He can fight. He can fight. That's all I'm telling you, my people. He can fight. But who do y'all think is most likely to be upset on that night? Teofimo, Devin Haney, or Ryan Garcia? God damn. Hold on, my peoples. Gotta eat. Gotta eat. I'm gonna stick to my guns on that one. As far as Devin Haney knocking Rolly out. I mean, Ryan Garcia knocking Rolly out. Devin Haney, he's gonna outbox Jose Ramirez. And Teofimo Lopez, he's gonna beat Barboza by unanimous decision. Those are my predictions. But I do understand that there could be a couple of upsets that night. That's the reality. If I was betting money, I would only bet on Ryan Garcia to beat Rolly. The other two, I wouldn't even put money on him. He probably will win the first half of the fight. I like Rolly, but he has no chin. Nah, I wouldn't say that Rolly has no chin. He's been hit by some monster shots that I think would have hurt anybody. Because if you eat a shot from Tank Davis that you don't see coming, it is what it is. I just got Ryan Garcia being the better boxer. That's all that is. I got Ryan Garcia as being, neither Ryan or Rolly are defensive juggernauts. They're not defensive gurus. They both get hit. They take some shots. But I believe that Ryan Garcia has more offensive firepower, more tools in the bag on the offensive end. John Parham, are eggs high over there? Eggs are cheap as hell over here, my brother. Cheap. Cheap. Um, to give you an example, right now, with $1, you would buy like 12 eggs. With $1, bro, you will buy like 12 eggs around it. So yeah, they cheap as hell out here. Now, I'm hearing that there are some countries where they're expensive right now, but that hasn't impacted us at all, my brother. Hey, Boogie 616 salutes back, son of family. What's the deal, my brother? We talking about the whole situation with Floyd Mayweather. People dying to believe that he's broke, dying to believe that he's bankrupt. Like, we ever seen a broke person flying in his own private jet with his name on it? Like, I don't even know why. Why would people even entertain that notion? To be honest, I'm addressing it because a lot of people asked me about it yesterday. During yesterday's live, a lot of people came through. And I said, wait, I like to talk with the facts. You know what I'm saying? John Parham, I just paid 14 for 18 eggs. Oh my goodness. What? That's crazy work. $14 for 18 eggs? God damn, bro. 18 eggs over here would be like $1.50. Like $1.50, bro. Hey, Boogie 616. Floyd will always be talked about even far into the future. That's the one thing that I was saying earlier. Athletes, when they're great, people always find negative things to say and a negative narrative around them. If you look at Michael Jordan, if you look at Kobe Bryant, now if you look at LeBron James, if you look at Evander Holyfield, if you look at Mike Tyson, if you look at Muhammad Ali, if you look at Sugar Ray Leonard, if you look at the greats from every sport, it's always the same thing. They always have a mob of haters ready to talk shit about them no matter what. But at the end of the day, Floyd Mayweather, and this is my logic, and that's my logic for every sport. If I'm not a fan of you, or even if I don't like you, once you retire from that sport, you're retired. I don't need to not like you. You're not going to beat my team anymore. You're not going to beat my favorite fighters anymore. Why do I need to hate you? Now it's time for me to finally start giving you your flowers and start accepting that you're an all-time great and start hoping for the best for you. I think that's a reasonable logic. You don't fight no more. Why do people need to hate you like that? But it happens. It happens in every sport. People will root for somebody and already decide this is my enemy, this is the villain, and I'm going to always be against this guy for whatever reason. If that's what makes you feel good. Me personally, I'm not down with that. That's why I looked at the facts and I'm able to tell you comfortably everything that's out there about Floyd Mayweather going broke and going to bankruptcy It's all rumors. Amir Khan started those rumors when Floyd was in Dubai. Tank Davis also expressed some of those rumors when he said that Floyd was stuck in Dubai, and just people that want to see him broke, spreading all that information around, spreading misinformation. At the end of the day, my peoples, Floyd is a very, very wealthy person. Has a shitload of money. It's as simple as that. Accept it. Deal with it. Let it digest. But my peoples, about to get the hell out of here. Before I do so, shout out to John Parham. Shout out to A Boogie 616. Shout out to Junior, JJ Sendejas, Underrated Will. My peoples, I really appreciate y'all. Oh, my boy Noble Young, George Gaines, Mark Cole. I appreciate everyone coming through, talking boxing with me. And y'all already know what it is, man. Happy Easter to everybody. I hope you have a great, it's a long weekend. I hope you have a great weekend, guys. Have fun. Don't drink too much. Don't get too drunk or too wasted. Don't smoke too much. Don't get too crazy. Have fun, but have a little bit of fun. You don't got to get too crazy out there, my peoples. We want to make it to Monday. We don't want no accidents. We don't want nobody getting hurt. Enjoy your weekend. Have a good time. Enjoy your families. You know, we got to do that, my peoples. Enjoy your family. And you already know what it is, my peoples. I'm going to go live again on Monday. Oh, Ben Whitaker is fighting on Saturday. So I'm going to be going live for that fight. I'm going to be going live for Ben Whitaker. So we're going to be commentating the way only I do it, my peoples. So y'all already know what it is, man. One love to everybody. Appreciate y'all coming through. This is Box Center. I'm Jay Smith. And this is your favorite boxer's favorite boxing show. Salute to everybody, my peoples. Bam. Peace.